Good afternoon. Welcome to the 1 p.m. edition of First Local with Heidi and Colette. On Tuesday, May the 25th, the lights are in the background are out. And we were just commenting, like, I go, it's kind of dark back here, but it's mood lighting.
Very, very chill. I feel like we should be like snapping.
I feel like you and I should
Where's my beret? Where's my beret?
Sharing spaghetti with a candle. Anyway, yes, it's very lovely in the background here. We have some breaking news again here on TV, and I'm going to start with an accident that happened or is occurring at McDonald's and Lake Street. Dan Gray was there to capture that. I'm not too sure if we're able to show that footage or not, what's going on.
It's McNabb.
It's McDonald. It got changed to McNabb.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, at first we reported McNabb in Lake. It's not. It's McDonald and Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, so the accident had the corner of McDonald and Lake on scene with firefighters, police, paramedics. Again, we do have that footage that we're going to share with you. There you go. That's okay. We just had a little bit of technical difficulties. That's okay. This is some live footage that Dan has, that Dan took for us. And we're going to have more on that because I'm positive one of these 3 emergency services will update Sault Online as soon as we have more. Over to you for your breaking news today.
Okay. Yes, well, and then today at around 11:15, officers responded to a weapons call in the 600 block of Albert Street West. So in this moment, emergency services has actually left the site. However, members of the community are asked to avoid the area at this time to allow any further investigation of the incident to occur. And we will keep you posted on any updates as they become available.
There's some footage there that we have to share with you as well for that. Oh, look at us go, just backing up our statements with footage.
Pow, pow.
Like, just fantastic. We are going to throw to Craig shortly to redeem his wishy-washy forecast from this morning. I don't know. I kind of feel like the wind's coming from the northeast. I think he talks like that too. Again, thank you for posting those videos that you took of us on Friday. Karma is, you know what they say about karma. Coming up on the show, we're going to talk about a pontoon boat that was stolen from Deborah. OPP recovered a body from Agnew Lake, which is near Little Current. We also have some footage to show you about a man who was taken down in the West End by gunpoint as well over the weekend.
Wow.
And now we go over to Craig, wishy-washy Huckabee.
Well, it seems my wishy-washy forecast is right on the mark. Like, I don't know what else you want, but temperatures right now feeling like 27 degrees. That's because the dew point is at 18 degrees, which makes it feel muggy and sticky outside. Temperature's only 21, by the way, but we are heading towards 26. So it's going to feel a lot warmer than that, like closer to 30 degrees by 5 o'clock. And then we could see some redevelopment of some thunderstorms. We'll take a look now at the radar, and we don't have anything to worry about right now. All that mess is moving off towards the northeast, but there is a cold front dragging behind. We don't see it right yet, but it is an active cold front, and it is going to not only give us a good shot of some showers and thunderstorms later on today and into our night, but also cool us down considerably for our Wednesday and Thursday. I'm talking daytime highs close to 13, maybe even 10 degrees for Wednesday. So it's going to be a cold one for a couple of days because of this cold front, but then we start warming up. We'll take a look at the rest of the day for you. For this afternoon, we're just going to basically enjoy the mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures heading towards 26, going to feel closer to 30 degrees with the humidex. Evening, still dealing with some very muggy air for most of our evening as we see a mix of sun and cloud. Temperatures still holding in the mid-20s, and then the cold front is expected to come through during the overnight period, give us a shot of some thunderstorms and also some showers, and cooling us down for tomorrow. Winds are going to be from the northwest tomorrow at around 60 kilometers an hour, so it's going to be a cold day tomorrow, but sunny. So can't have it all. That's my wishy-washy forecast for you. Now let's send it back to the wishy-washy girls.
Oh my! Did he just
Craig?
Well, there's a lot of feedback.
I think that I've been called many things in my life. Wishy-washy has not ever been one of them. No.
Anyway, whatever. Over to you.
All right, so we're going to
Wait, hang on. I'm sorry. Did he say 10 degrees on Wednesday?
That's just because we challenged him.
Come on.
It's probably not even going to be close to that.
Wishy-washy.
All right.
COVID number.
We have some serious information to relate with regards to COVID. Algoma Public Health is in fact reporting 2 more COVID-19 related deaths, unfortunately, in the Algoma district over the past 24 hours. 1 on Sunday and then 1 yesterday on Monday. So in a media release, Algoma Public Health stated it is with great sadness that today we are reporting the region's the 5th, well, this is with regards obviously to the 5th death related to COVID-19. Out of respect for the family, no further information is being shared. They use this opportunity to highlight what a tragic loss this is and to underline the seriousness of this virus. They are commending all those who have worked to prevent COVID-19 spread in our communities, as well as those who are now working tirelessly to immunize community members. So they are asking every Algoma resident to continue doing their part to protect our community members by staying home as much as possible and avoiding close contact with others. And then 24 hours later is when they did release information with regards to the 6th death related to COVID-19. Now, as far as numbers go, they have confirmed 4 new cases of COVID-19, 2 on Sunday from Sault and area, 2 more yesterday, 1 from Sault Ste. Marie and area, and a 2nd from Elliott Lake. So through contact tracing, Algoma Public Health does contact anybody who is considered to have been exposed to these particular cases. So cases 385 through 388 are currently reported to be self-isolating. 2 of these cases have listed cause of exposure as close contact. The other 2 fall into the category of, not sure.
I don't know what I touched. I
keep
couldn't
losing.
remember.
Yeah, there we go.
What?
There we go. I lost my sound there
Where
for a
did I
minute.
go?
So Algoma Regions, again, reporting COVID-19 cases within the most recent 10 days include Sault Ste. Marie and area, Central and East Algoma, as well as Elliott Lake and area. Rolling totals to date, 141,922 tests have been administered locally, out of which 388 have been confirmed. 38 of those cases are considered to be active. We have 3 people currently in hospital, 2 of those being transfers into the region and non-Algoma residents. We have resolved 350 cases. Unfortunately, report 6 people to have passed as a result of COVID-19, and we have 91 cases that have currently screened positive for the variants of concern.
Okay, thank you.
What?
No, what? Well, we're going to cut to the peregrine, not to be confused as the peregrine, as Mike says, who is eating this. I mean, I know Heidi wants to show this, so we'll do this.
Oh, look at look at how big they are. They just popped out of the egg like last week.
Hello, I'm out of the egg.
Listen, I listen to your sports. You don't listen to my peregrines.
No, I mean, it's cute. We just wanted to make sure you guys, we did speak about did talk about them eating this morning, and then when we cut to Perdita, she was rather ticked off at us.
Yeah, she's like, look, I just got them to sleep. I just got them to sleep.
Hello, make no noise here. Would you like to put these kids to bed? I mean, I feel her pain. So we wanted to, make
look
sure
at how quickly she's putting the food in their little
isn't
mouths.
That wonderful. Look how
Oh,
smart
little
that is.
babes.
Well, thank you very much, Mike, for
Thanks,
giving
Mike.
us update. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Okay, so I'm just I got to get to the provincials though. Like the provincial numbers? Yeah. It's like my curse. Like everybody's like, oh, weren't you done? Well, no.
The show is yours. Carry away.
So Ontario then as a total over the past 2 days is reporting 2,485 new COVID cases, breaking down into 1,039 new cases reported today and 1,446 cases reported yesterday. Today's case count actually is the smallest daily increase the province has reported since March 6th. The province is reporting 41 additional COVID-related deaths over the past 2 days, 33 on Tuesday and 8 on Monday. Okay, so breaking it down in the hot spots in southern Ontario, there are 325 new cases in Toronto, 231 in Peel, and 77 in York Region. There, now I'm done.
You did a wonderful job
Thank you.
informing and updating the Algoma region.
That's right.
With both the provincial and local numbers. So in Mississauga, Ellis Don is a major construction company. I'm sure you've heard of them. They are running their own clinic, and they've actually vaccinated 15,000 people, or will vaccinate 15,000 people, because they're fully booked from the 19th to tomorrow, which is the 26th. Ellis Don partnered with a couple other companies to pull this off. I thought it was interesting to note that even such companies as Amazon, Maple Leaf Foods, Maple Lodge Farms are also companies that are running their own vaccine clinics as well at this time. But they're doing from securing personal protective equipment to offering rapid testing and now vaccines. The companies had to adapt to stay operational, which we've heard a lot about. Like I said this morning when we were reporting about Lori's Facebook group, a lot of people have taken their businesses and pivoted.
Gotta roll with it.
Pivot. They pivot to different different area of interest and throughout this pandemic to keep their business alive.
Yes.
So
find your niche.
Construction hats off to you, Ellis John. There you go. That's my update. Over to you, Heidi.
All right. Well, what would I tell you about next?
I'm sure you're going to tell me something.
I'm going to talk to you about some wine.
Yes. It is National Wine Day today.
Well,
right?
And this is very relevant and apropos.
I was just going to say how apropos. Pass the Grey Poupon.
Now, COVID-19 has hit Ontario wineries particularly hard as we stretch into the second summer. Okay, so basically what is happening now, and this is coming from one Carolyn Granger, who owns her own small winery. So it's damaged almost every aspect of the Grange of Prince Edward Vineyards and Estate Winery in Hillier, Ontario, which she runs with her daughter. She said, I'm a farmer and a worrier, and I love to make up all the bad things that could possibly happen, and I could never imagine such a perfect storm. Okay, so what she's saying, though, is that she's estimating that in a typical year, 50% of her revenue comes from retail sales, either at liquor stores, restaurants, or from wine enthusiasts visiting her farm and purchasing like bottles after tasting. But Ontario's ongoing COVID-19 restrictions have prevented her from hosting, and the restaurants that she partnered with are closed, of course, for in-person dining. Yeah. So that leaves the LCBO and online sales as her main income sources. So yeah, I mean,
there's definitely a domino effect.
Definitely, the effects are ongoing, and I think that really will be calculating the effects for probably years to come.
God, yeah.
I mean, and it is an Ontario winery, so I don't know, I kind of get a little bit Ontario wines, but the white wines are always very nice, crisp and lovely. I've never been really convinced about the reds. But anyway, regardless, you can certainly see how the restrictions are having, significant impacts across the board. So yeah.
Can we get some lube on chair number 1? Heidi's squeaking around like a toy over here. Lube her up. Quickly before we go to a commercial break, I want to talk about a pontoon boat which was stolen from Deborah dealership. The OPP, apologize, this is the wrong story that's underneath. So I'm going to go to another story. There was you know what, we're going to go to a commercial break and fix this technical difficulty so that I don't screw up anymore. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton, Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Good afternoon and welcome back to First Local Afternoons with Colette and Heidi.
Just trying to find that story that's not here, and I just apologize for that. So we...
Well, I will go ahead with my story.
I feel like I handled that very gracefully without anyone knowing what was going on.
I mean, the commercials will get so short. I mean,
what was that?
Was barely any time.
It's like a 5-second commercial.
And you're black. Okay, 30
and
seconds.
You're black. Anyway.
All right, so OPP have in this moment, underwater search and recovery unit have recovered the body of a Chelmsford, Ontario resident on Agnew Lake. On May 21st, so this past Friday, shortly after 7 p.m., members of the Manitoulin detachment of the OPP responded to the report of an unoccupied boat circling Agnew Lake. The Manitoulin OPP, along with the OPP USRU, OPP Emergency Response Team, and North Shore Search and Rescue were involved in the search. Members of the OPP USRU recovered the body of 64-year-old Royal Beausoleil this afternoon, or Friday afternoon rather. So the Office of the Chief Coroner of Ontario is leading the investigation with the assistance from the Manitoulin OPP. A post-mortem exam has been scheduled, and at this time foul play is not suspected.
Thank you, thank you. As I was about to report earlier, there was a pontoon stolen from a Deborah dealership on May the 17th. Members from the East Algoma detachment of the OPP responded to a theft of a pontoon boat from this local dealership in the town of Deborah. Investigation determined that the theft occurred sometime between October 13th, 2020 and May 17th, 2021.
But they...
Okay.
I noticed that a pontoon boat had been taken, like I'm just going to say.
So hang on, this is why. The owner had stored a 2007 Apex Quest 17-foot. This is what happened. He stored it between that time, went to go take it out for the season and said, something's missing.
Where's my boat?
Yeah, so this pontoon boat was sitting on a 2007 Genesis trailer bearing serial number. Is posted to our website. Estimated value of the property stolen is $15,000. Anybody who has any information, contact Crime Stoppers, and that information is also located on SiouxOnline.com. And I apologize for that issue earlier with having the wrong story, but thank you very much for your patience.
Okay. Well, the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council is pleased to announce that applications are now being accepted for the MIAC Leadership Scholarship. So students entering post-secondary education that reside here in the Soo are eligible to submit an application. The application period is open until June 30th, and the winners will be announced on July 7th. And in an effort to facilitate opportunities for local youth and create equitable opportunities for marginalized people, the MYAC will be providing 2 scholarships valued at $1,000 respectively. One of the scholarships will be designated for applicants who identify as a marginalized person, and the other scholarship will be available for applicants who do not identify as a marginalized person or do not wish to be considered as part of the marginalized person application pool. The scholarships will be awarded to applicants who demonstrate MIAC's core values and strong leadership abilities. The application form can be found at saultstmarie.ca/MYAC scholarship. Over to you.
Thank you. There was an arrest at gunpoint that occurred on Saturday in the West End. Multiple reports have come to Soo Online that a gunpoint arrest made in the 700 block of 2nd Line West. We do have some video that we're going to show for you. We did have a longer video, but we edited it so that we're not showing any faces. In this video that was provided to us, an individual was witnessed being brought into custody in the yard of a housing complex on 2nd Line West. According to witnesses, the individual was reported to have a weapon, which is why you'll see police exerting force to execute this arrest. Soo Online is awaiting the press release or comment from the police in regards to this incident. You'll see there that the officer is apprehending the suspect. And a picture is worth 1,000 words. There you go. Some more action on the west end of town. Back to you. I don't know. So Heidi's going to come up with another story shortly, but I think
I'm sorry, like
she's building up to something.
It is so the opposite of funny, but I mean, I could see the one cop was kind of sidestepping, and it just reminded me of Steve Irwin, like it was danger, you know, like I'm sorry, and it is dangerous, you know, and they put their lives on the line every time, and I just wasn't ready for the camera to come back.
I know, he pulled a gun out on the, yeah,
okay.
not cool.
Okay, a modicum of respect, Heidi.
It's okay, all right. We got you.
province is providing
go. She's back,
funding
folks.
to 2 Ontario universities to support forestry research. And this is going to feed nicely into another story
I'm so
that
excited.
my sister sent me because, you know,
Yeah.
she used to work with invasive species and bugs. But anyway,
Yes.
okay, I'm getting ahead of
Get it.
Okay. So Ontario has entered into a collaborative research agreement with McMaster University
Hey.
and University of Toronto. You went to McMaster?
I did. I did
Very
my
nice.
night school at Mac. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Mohawk and Mac.
This has to do with the promotion of healthy, resilient, and sustainable forests while also supporting the forest industry. So a collaborative project with McMaster University will study the effects of changing climate on forest growth, and a collaborative project with the U of T will research the effect of the eastern spruce budworm in Ontario's boreal forests. So these collaborative research agreements are tremendous steps forward in research to sustain forests and the forest industry in Ontario. And this is coming from John Yakubuski, who is the Minister of Natural Resources and Forestry. The research will not only further our understanding of environmental pressures on Ontario's forests by harnessing leading technology, but also ensure Ontario's forests remain healthy today and for future generations. Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Heidi. This morning we discussed at 11 a.m. We had a few announcements. At 9 a.m. we
Yes.
had Monty McNaughton, Minister McNaughton, and I'm going to get to that shortly. He's the Minister of Trades. Also Minister Mulrooney and Minister of Transportation.
Okay.
And she released this morning at 11 a.m. how Ontario is taking the next step with Northeastern Passenger Rail. This announcement had to do with the infrastructure in which we are connecting Southern Ontario to North, specifically up to Timmins, not coming our way. However, we do have infrastructure in place coming from Sudbury to Sault Ste. Marie, so I'm really hoping this that the next step will be part of Ontario Northland and Metrolinx. And again, with regards to the announcement this morning, this was specific to Toronto to Timmins or Cochrane. As part of the 2021 Ontario budget, the government at that time committed $5 million to support this planning and design work, which really to me is not that much money, but anyways, service would be offered based on seasonal travel demands and would range from 4 to 7 days a week. The service would allow passengers coming from the north to travel overnight to maximize their day in the Toronto area and reduce the need for overnight accommodations in Toronto. The target completion date for the next stage of planning and design work is 2022, which could allow a potential in-service date in the mid-2020s.
Okay.
So 2025. Improved passenger rail would provide people across Parry Sound, Muskoka with another way to travel both north and south to access services, and it would give visions to our local tourism operations a comfortable way to travel to the area, which again, we are celebrating National Tourism Week, and we'll have more on that shortly coming up in the show. The Federation of Northern Ontario Municipalities, which is also called FedNor, for those people who like your acronyms, FedNor welcomes the additional funding in the 21 provincial budget directed toward passenger rail for Northern Ontario. Again, it was a great announcement by Minister Mulrooney, but I hope that there's more to come with regards to infrastructure coming from Sudbury to Sault Ste. Marie as an alternative. They did announce in this same Ontario Northland plan updating their bus routes along the way too, and expediting the trips from Sudbury to Sault Ste. Marie, the time.
Okay.
So we'll wait and hear from that.
Yeah, for sure.
Over to you.
So I do have some information with regards to gypsy moths. And what is happening with the gypsy moth is that scientists are warning that 2021 is shaping up to be a bumper year for this particular invasive species, brought to North America around 1860 by a French entomologist who had hoped to crossbreed them with silkworms. So what is being recommended, because these little creatures can cause extensive damage. They can eat 1 square meter of foliage, leaving damaged trees vulnerable to disease. Okay, so what they're saying though is that the good news is that landowners can help battle the bugs using burlap and soapy water.
Burlap.
Yes.
That's a very soft material.
Yes. Yes.
I just want to cozy up to some burlap.
So, yes, soapy water and burlap will help battle these bugs, because these are when they get into a frenzy, and I'm trying not to laugh because the way they've worded it in the article is very, you can actually hear them eating and it can be really creepy. So there they
Oh,
are.
there's that
Treating
sensational
the
burlap.
infestation.
So pretty.
You know, because they're not fussy about what they eat. They'll eat anything really, and they can really, like I said, really cause damage and kill your trees and your shrubbery.
It just reminded me of that commercial. Give it to Mikey. He'll eat everything. Mikey
right?
likes it. Okay, I'm going to forego the rest of my...
The social meds.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I was going to
Holy
forego the rest of my articles till tomorrow morning. Over to you, Heidi, to update us on social media and what our wonderful viewers are doing on this fine Tuesday afternoon.
Okay, I'm going to open.
Okay, go.
I'm going to open with a really quick factoid.
You're not going to get your social media.
Okay, May 25th, 1969, Midnight Cowboy, the first ever X-rated film to win an Oscar. Controversial film is released. Midnight Cowboy was the first X-rated film to win an Oscar. However, the rating was later changed to R. It starred Dustin Hoffman and John Voight. Into social media, Cindy Mancini Bromley. Good afternoon, everyone. Enjoy the nice weather. 2 bouquets, 2 of my favorite emojis. Yes. Bradley says good afternoon. Good afternoon, Bradley. Margaret McKay, good afternoon, all. Debbie Doucette. Good afternoon. Have a great day with some sunflowers and a heart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I like
Inika, good afternoon all. She is enjoying a salad and what looks to be paella. Very nice Spanish dish, one of my faves, a little wavy hand. Marilyn Trumbull, good afternoon, lovely lady. I hope everyone has a great afternoon. A smattering of emojis. And if you want to see them all, you're going to have to go and check the feed yourself.
Pick like one. Give me one emoji.
2 red tulips and a Caesar.
Okay, I'm down with those. I'm down with those.
All right, now I'm going to end on this factoid.
All right.
Although now you're going to tell me I have too much time left, right?
No, just do it slowly and whatever.
Okay, so May 25th, I'm going to settle in now.
All right.
May
Hang on, let me get
1981.
Coffee, newspaper.
Get ready for Spider Dan, and that's not the Dan that we keep here in a cage in the office.
Spider Dan.
No.
Spider Dan.
Dan Goodwin wearing a Spider-Man costume and using rope and suction cups climbs the Sears Tower. Okay, for his achievement, he was arrested and earned the name Spider Dan. The reason he made the climb was to call attention to shortcomings in high-rise rescue and firefighting techniques.
Okay.
He would go on to climb other buildings, including the Renaissance Tower, which is in Dallas, Texas.
It is.
And the John Hancock Center in Chicago using rope and suction cups while wearing his Spider-Man costume. He also climbed the North Tower of the World Trade Center in 1983, the CN Tower in 1986, and the Millennium Tower in 2010.
I hate climbing the playground stuff. I wouldn't even imagine climbing.
Oh, there was more.
There's more.
And the Telephonic Building, which is in Santiago, Chile, establishing a new world record for the longest lead climb on a single rope, 433 feet or 132 meters.
Well, thank you, Spider Dan. That is just awesome factoids for today. I'm going to talk a little bit about, with regards to some interviews I've got going on this week, and I'm happy that one of them is cystic fibrosis, because you know how much that means very near and dear to my heart. And there is a Sioux chapter. Typically, the walk's always in May, as May is known as Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month. So please go to cysticfibrosis.ca and join a team or donate, and you can do that walk at any time. It is virtual, as are most things, or all things to date. Also letting you know I have an interview tomorrow with the virtual comedy magic show featuring the amazing Nathan Burton. It sounds like I should be saying Spider Dan there, but I'm not. This will take place virtually on Friday, and it's out of Algoma University to help support the students unit. And that's all she be wrote for today. We're done. We'll see you tomorrow morning, which is Hump Day. Get ready for that. See you at 8.
Giggity.